Good morning, students. Today we are going to do the last exercise of this chapter, that is the frequency polygon. So frequency polygon, it's very easy. Last year you people have done the histogram. So here today we will do the frequency polygon with the help of histogram graphs only. Okay, so we will start with the questions. The question number 1 is, the following table shows the marks obtained by the students of the class in an examinations. So the class intervals are the marks and the number of students is the frequency. So class intervals and the frequencies are given. So what we have to do, we will divide our graph paper. First thing, you have to take a 2 centimeter graph paper, because in class 9 and 10th, according to the board, you people have to use the 2 centimeter graph paper. Now if it's not available or you are not able to get, then you practice it on a 1 centimeter graph paper. Otherwise, preferably use 2 centimeter graph papers. So again, you will divide your graph into 2 portions. First is horizontal axis, that is x-axis, and the second is the vertical axis, that is the y-axis. Both x-axis and y-axis meeting point is -1. So you have to be very careful. At the end of the line, you have to put the arrows and mention x-axis and y-axis. Second thing, the class interval, we always represent it on the x-axis, and number of students or a frequency is to be represent it on the y-axis. So here first you mention x-axis represent marks and y-axis represent number of students. Now we will plot the interval, class interval. So first class interval is 0 to 10. So it's starting from 0. So next block we will take it as 10, 20. Complete block we will take a gap of 10, 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. Now we will see the number of students. Here the maximum number of students are 55. Number of students, you have to plot it on the y-axis. So either take a gap of 5, 5 or 10, 10. It's all your choice. Okay, so I am taking a gap of 10, 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and this is 60. Now we will first draw the histogram. So from 0 to 10, the frequency is 15. Now see children, 15 lie between 10 to 20. So you have to divide a subdivision in such a way so that you will get exact 15. So from 0 to 10, there are 10 small subdivisions. So we will take 10, 11, 12, 13 like this. Now in this we can see that on my graph paper, there are 5 subdivisions. This is 12, 14, this is 16, 18 and 20. Means again this subdivision I have to divide it into 2 portions. This is 14, this is 16. My 15 will lie here. So here this is my 15. So use scale to draw the line. So this is the first bar. Next bar is 32. So this is 30, this is 32. So 32. So again draw a line. Okay. Here also use scale to draw a straight lines. Next is 55. 55 is exact the middle value between 50 and 60. So here it will be our 55. With the help of scale, we will join. Okay. Next is 35. So again 35 is the middle value. Histograms bars are always attached to each other. Remember, there is no gap between the bars. And the last is 13. So this is 10, 12, 13 is this. So this is the histogram of the given table. Now we have to draw the frequency polygon. Frequency polygon, you have to take the exact middle values of these bars. Here see, this is the midpoint of these bars. You have to put a circle around those midpoints. Okay. And you have to join these points with the help of scale. And one thing, frequency polygons start from x-axis and end also on the x-axis. So here now see, our bar has already been started from the origin. So from where we have to start, we will move to the one bar before this origin means you can say the negative side. We will take this middle value of the bar adjacent to the y-axis, and the next block adjacent to this bar is 50 to 60, their middle value. Okay, so we will start our joining of the points with the help of scale, and we will see after joining we will get a frequency polygon. So children, this is our required frequency polygon, which starts from x-axis and also on the x-axis. Always remember, starting and ending should be on the x-axis only. Okay, so in this way you will draw the frequency polygon. Next question, which is same as the previous question only. The height of the boys in the school are given. Okay, so height is 140 to 145, 145 to 150 and so on. Number of boys in the first category is of 24, 32 up to so on. Okay, so again height we will plot it on the x-axis and number of boys we will plot it on the y-axis because it's a frequency. Okay, meeting point of x and y axis is origin, so that is O. So first class interval is 140. Up now see, we are starting from 0 origin and first number we have to plot is 140 to 145. So children, it's not possible to take 10, 20, 30 up to so on because it will be a huge gap. So we'll start from the first block as 140, 145. Next is 150, then 155, 160, 165 and then 170. From 0 to 140 there is a gap of 140 numbers. Next is 140 to 145 and till 170 there is a gap of 55 numbers. So here it's a huge gap. So just to cover this gap we'll put kink here. Kink shows means all the values are submerged in this portion. Okay, so directly we have started with 140 by putting a kink on this side. So this kink is very important. If you will not put kink on this, the marks will be deducted because rest all the numbers there is an equal gap. But from 0 to 140 the gap is not same as rest of the classes. So that's why we have put here kink. Now we will plot the histogram. We can see the maximum frequency here is 44. So either take a gap of 4, 4 or 5, 5 or 10, 10. Choice is yours. We can see here each number is multiple of 4. So I am taking a gap of 10, 10, 10, 20, 30, 40 and this is 50. So first frequency is 24. So it's starting from 140 to 145. So we have to draw a first histogram on this class interval, that is 24. So this is 24. Okay, this is the first block. Second is 32. 32 is here. Okay, next is 16. So this is 10, 12, 14. This is 16. So next block is of 16. Next is 20. This is 20 and the last is 44. So this is 42, this is 44. So this is the histogram of the given data. Now we have to plot the frequency polygon. Again we will take the mid values of these bars, okay, and put a circle, and it's starting from x-axis and also on x-axis. So we have to see their adjacent classes. So 165 to 170, this is the middle value, and here 0 to 140, this is the middle value. Okay, now join with the help of scale. Please children, use scale to join these points and for drawing the histogram. Neatness should be there. So this is your required frequency polygon of the given class intervals. Now we will move to the last question of the exercise, that is the construct the frequency polygon from the following data. Now see, you can see children, class intervals and frequencies are given. Class interval is 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15 up to so on. Now here we can see the upper limit of the first class interval is not same as the lower limit of the next class interval. So in this case, we can see this is a discontinuous series. So first discontinuous series we have to convert it into a continuous series, as we have studied in the previous chapter also how to convert discontinuous into continuous series. So how to convert, what we will do, we will make one more column of class interval in which we will add the 0.5 in the upper limit of all the class intervals and subtract 0.5 from the lower limit of all the class intervals. So after subtracting, we can see the first class interval is 0.5 to 5.5. Next class interval is 5.5 to 10.5. Next is 11 minus 0.5, that is 10.5 to 15.5. Next 15.5 to 20.5, and the last is 20.5 to 25.5. So for drawing a frequency polygon and a histogram, you need to remember that your series should be a continuous series. Okay, then only we can attach the bars with each other. So 0.5 to 5.5, 5.5 to 10.5 up to so on. Now we can see the upper limit of the first is same as the lower limit of the second class interval. So now we will plot these class intervals on the graph paper. So again here on x-axis we'll plot the class intervals and on y-axis we'll plot the frequency. So first class interval is 0.5 to 5.5. 10.5, 15.5, 20.5, 25.5 and 30.5, and the maximum frequency is 12, so we will take a gap of 2 also. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. Okay, now we'll plot the histogram first. So 0.5 to 5.5, first frequency is 5. 5 is again the middle value of 4 and 6. So we'll draw the first bar, 5, then 8, then 12, then 7, then the last is 4. Now again for the frequency polygon, we have to take the middle values. Again the adjacent class intervals also. Okay, now join. Okay, so this is the required frequency polygon of the given data. We will draw a kink over here because the gap is unequal. From 0 to 0.5, it's a gap of 0.5, and in rest all the class intervals, the gap is of 5. So we will put kink here. So based on today's concept, children, you will practice the rest of the questions of the exercise. Thank you.